Good morning, everybody. Can we please settle down as we're about to start our official program today as we launch the Africa's Travel Indaba 2026 with the Minister of Tourism, Patricia de Lille, flanked by the MEC for the Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Reverend Musa Zondi, and then of course we also have the Mayor of eThekwini, Mayor Councillor Cyril Xaba, and a whole list of guests that are joining us this morning. So we'll go through that list. I just need everybody to please settle down as we're about to start with the official program of the media launch of Africa's Travel Indaba 2026. All right, members of the media, are you guys settled? Our media colleagues, very, very important partners. Are you guys settled? Are you ready to go? Ready to go? Okay, I got a thumbs up there. Do I have a thumbs up on this side? On my left-hand side, are you guys ready on this side with the cameras and everybody there snapping away? We good? Okay, we good on that side. All right, and the countdown begins. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are officially live. A very good morning to everyone. My name is Aldrin Simpier. I am the Media Liaison Officer for the Minister of Tourism, Patricia de Lille. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and I am your Program Director for the day. Some call us MCs. I don't know what other people call us. And you know sometimes, MEC, what happens when somebody says, no MC, and then ends up speaking for 1 hour. And then the program director needs to come and stand next to them to show that their time is up. And that's the role that I'll be playing this morning as well, as the program director. So once again, thank you so much for joining us for the launch of Africa's Travel Indaba 2026 that will be taking place right here in eThekwini next week, literally next week, where we'll also, of course, have the president, as announced previously by the minister, who will be officially opening the Africa's Travel Indaba on a Tuesday, the 12th of May. So this is what you can expect on today's program. So we will hear from the MEC for the Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Reverend Musa Zondi. That's the MEC in KwaZulu-Natal. And then also we'll hear from the host city, the eThekwini Municipality's Mayor Councillor Cyril Xaba will be giving us his remarks as the city. What does it mean to have Africa's Travel Indaba come back to this beautiful city of Durban? And then Dr. Musa Zondi, the chairperson of KwaZulu-Natal's Tourism and Film Authority, will give us the official vote of thanks. And our keynote address will be delivered by the Minister of Tourism, Patricia de Lille. But before we get there, we'll also have some welcoming remarks. We'll be hearing from the MD of MSC Cruises, Volk, who will be joining us here on stage in the next short while. But let me also quickly acknowledge all the other guests who are joining us this morning, board members of various provincial tourism authorities, the CEOs and executive management of the KwaZulu-Natal Tourism and Film Authority, the executive management of the eThekwini Municipality and Durban Tourism, the executive management of the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, the CEO and the executive management of the Durban ICC, where the African Travel Indaba will be taking place, and then all our valued trade partners, as well as members of the media, very, very, very important key stakeholders that we have here this morning. So, as we officially start the program, I'd like to now welcome on stage I would like to welcome on stage, let me just, oh, sorry, my notes are disappearing. Technology sometimes does this, eh? AI sometimes does this. No, I shouldn't. No. I shouldn't. Okay, so we are now going to ask the MD of MSC Cruises, Volk, to come and join us on stage and officially welcome us to one of the country's port of entry and the beautiful city of eThekwini as well. Thank you so much, Ross.
I'll bend down because I'm a little taller than the average human being. Minister, it's a great privilege to host you along with the MEC for KZN Department of Economic Development and Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Reverend Zondi, His Worship, the eThekwini Municipality Mayor, Cyril Xaba, Dr. Ndebele, the Chairperson of KZN Tourism and Film Authority, Dr. Zulu. There are lots of doctors here, so I think I'm also underqualified to be up here. Dr. Zulu, the HOD of Economic Development and Tourism and Environmental Affairs in KZN, board members of the various provincial tourism authorities, the CEO and Executive Management of KZN Tourism and Film, the Executive Management of eThekwini Municipality and Durban Tourism, and the Executive Management of KZN Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, the CEO and the Executive Management of Durban ICC, and the Executive Management of South African Tourism. Welcome here. It is truly a great privilege to be here today, and thank you very much for choosing this as one of the hosts to host you. It's an important development because this represents one of the most successful triple Ps that South Africa is engaged in terms of developing a gateway into KZN and the wider South Africa from a cruise industry perspective. It was concluded in 2019 and completed in 2021, and I must say I've been involved from the beginning. It has been an incredible journey with Transnet, and great kudos to the national government as well as Transnet for executing it in line with the contract, and also being a very, very willing and capable participant in growing this tourism hub for South Africa. So it's a true privilege to be here, and this is a testament to what South Africa can do when we apply our minds correctly to the situation. To give you some importance to why this is an important thing, and also leading into the Travel Indaba next week, the global tourism, global cruise industry contributes $169 billion to the national worldwide economy. Okay, it has 34.5 million people transported on cruise ships around the world, 18.5 million of those being Americans. South Africa, unfortunately, only contributes less than 200,000. And we've put 150,000 people on our ship this last season, which has just concluded now in April. So there's a lot of need for us to grow South African cruise industry, but tourism in particular, because the multiplier effect of cruising is enormous. So South Africa possesses the third longest coastline in Africa, just over 2,700 kilometers. We need to have viable infrastructure ports like this, as well as cities that are capable of hosting and accommodating large volumes of passengers and people. And that's something that Miami does, for example, very well. If you've been to Sea Trade and seen it, 9 cruise ships can be accommodated at the same time, and they can process in the region of 200,000 people a day within those platforms. Our cruise terminal in Miami that we've produced will do 36,000 passengers a day. If need be, this one can do 8. Okay, so there's definitely a need to see the downstream economic impact of what cruise infrastructure will do. And I'm not only talking cruises, I'm talking tourism in particular. For me, tourism is the gateway to our unemployment crisis. If we're in a position, it doesn't require a degree, it doesn't require a large amount of skills to participate in the tourism sector. It also doesn't require a lot of skill to welcome people into the country. And South Africans are nothing but hospitable. We're one of the most amazing people in the world. And I'll tell a little story to end off my position of how important South Africa is. But this industry cruise and tourism in general is such a gateway to our unemployment crisis if we can meet to discuss the infrastructure development that's required. That is the most important thing. And it's not about the port infrastructure, it's also about the city infrastructure, road networks and the like that allow us the opportunity to distribute passengers from the vessels to wherever they need to go. So it's a big priority for us to look at, and I know, Minister, that you are looking at it, but we are here to offer our services as well to help drive this growth for South Africa. And just to point out how hospitable South Africans are, a colleague of mine was stranded in the United States, and I phoned him this morning on my way here, and he said to me, you know what? I'm so grateful I came back to South Africa because those people there were very rude when they wanted to help me and didn't want to help me at all. All they said was go and access your phone and you'll have all the answers. At least in South Africa, you talk to someone nice and they're willing to help you and apologize for the issues. So it's a great testament to our resilience. And Minister, I really look forward to a very successful Indaba. Thank you again for the privilege of being here. To all of you, enjoy the facilities and on to better things with the cruise industry and tourism in South Africa so that we can finally put our mark on where we need to be rightfully in the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ross. Ross, unkoloti itagazelo. Itagazelo zaka Volk is thini. Itagazelo zaka Volk is thini. Where now Volk owathatha i-cruise liner, wayibeka. Just joking, Ross. Thank you so much. That is Ross Volk, who is the MD of MSC Cruise. Thank you so much for those remarks. And I have to say, when you speak infrastructure, you speak the minister's language, and investment in infrastructure as well. With that said, let's now welcome onto the podium the Mayor of eThekwini, Councillor Cyril Xaba. And of course, as we know, this is the official host, city of Africa's Travel Indaba.
Program Director, Mr. Adrien Saint-Pierre, Minister of Tourism, Honorable Ms. Patricia de Lille, MEC for KZN Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Reverend Zondi, KZN Tourism and Film Authority Chairperson, Dr. Sbusiso Ndebele, all the CEOs present, the HOD, DGs, and other senior executives present, MD, MSC Cruises, Mr. Ross Volk, all business partners, stakeholders, distinguished guests, members of the lead media, thank you very much. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to Durban for the official launch of the 2026 Africa's Travel Indaba, one of the most significant tourism marketing events on our continent and a cornerstone of our city's economic and cultural calendar. As the Mayor of the City of Durban, I extend a warm welcome to each of you. Our city is proud to once again serve as the host for this prestigious gathering, where we'll showcase Durban's rich diversity, vibrant cultures, and boundless opportunities to the world. This year's Africa's Travel Indaba is held under the inspiring theme, Unlimited Africa, Growing Africa's Tourism Economy. This theme speaks directly to our collective ambition to unlock the full potential of tourism as a driver of inclusive growth, job creation, and sustainable development across our continent. As we prepare to host thousands of delegates from 22 countries, including over 600 exhibitors and 840 buyers, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our partners and stakeholders. Your unwavering support and collaboration are the foundation upon which we are building an unforgettable experience for every attendee. Together, we're not only showcasing South Africa or South Africa's breathtaking landscape and diverse cultural heritage, but also advancing a shared vision of a vibrant, sustainable tourism industry that benefits all our communities and foster inclusive growth. Africa's Travel Indaba is more than an exhibition. It is a powerful platform that connects people, fosters partnerships, and drives growth across the tourism sector. It brings together buyers, exhibitors, and media from across the globe, positioning Africa not only as a destination of choice, but as a continent of innovation, resilience, and promise. Durban, affectionately known as the home of Africa's Travel Indaba, it is alive with anticipation. We are proud that South Africa Tourism and the Minister of Tourism have entrusted us with hosting this flagship event in our beautiful city. I encourage delegates to extend their stay beyond the conference to immerse themselves in Durban's many leisure opportunities. For Durban, hosting this event reaffirms our status as a leading tourism and events destination. Our city offers a unique blend of natural beauty, cultural heritage, and modern infrastructure, from our golden beaches to the warm waters of the Indian Ocean, to our dynamic townships, heritage sites, and world-class convention facilities. Our strategic location, well-developed infrastructure, and warm climate continue to position Durban as a destination of choice, whether for business or leisure. The Nelson Mandela Cruise Terminal, our proud jewel, has played a pivotal role in this journey. The 25-26 cruise season has been exceptional, and hosting this media launch at this venue signals growing global confidence in Durban as a premier cruise destination. Since its opening in 2021, the terminal has contributed significantly to the recovery and expansion of our tourism sector, further solidifying Durban's reputation as a leading cruise hub. We are also delighted to share that Durban has once again earned international recognition through its nomination for the prestigious 33rd Annual World Travel Awards in 2026, or for 2026, competing in categories such as Africa's leading business travel destination, Africa's leading city destination, Africa's leading festival and event destination, and Africa's leading meetings and conference destination. Our city's outstanding offerings and global appeal are being celebrated on the world stage. This recognition affirms our unwavering commitment to elevating Durban's stature as a premier hub for business and leisure travel. Minister, allow me to take this opportunity to share with the people of South Africa and the world that Durban's tourism sector is on an upward trajectory. Last year, the city welcomed approximately 186,000 international visitors and a direct tourism spend reaching 2.7 billion rand. During the 2025 festive season alone, we recorded around 1.2 million visitors, with accommodation occupancy increasing to 77%, up from 72% in 2024. Tourism spend during this period also rose from 2.2 billion rand to 2.7 billion rand, reflecting a 24% increase. We are also proud that Durban's global appeal continues to grow. The city was recently ranked number 14 among the world's best places to travel in 2026 by Time Out Worldwide magazine, further cementing our reputation as a premier destination and Africa's playground. We are confident that this sector will continue to thrive as we strengthen collaboration with the private sector to expand and enhance tourism infrastructure. These efforts are aimed not only at increasing visitors' numbers, but also at encouraging longer stays and greater economic contribution within our city. We are also excited about transformation initiatives, such as the high-speed rail link between Durban and Johannesburg. This project, led by the Minister of Transport, is going to be a game changer, as it is expected to significantly reduce travel time between the two cities, making same-day travel possible. It will further stimulate tourism, particularly weekend travel, and strengthen economic ties between the two cities. Events like Africa's Travel Indaba continue to contribute significantly to our economy. They create jobs, support SMEs, and open doors for emerging entrepreneurs, particularly within townships and rural tourism sectors. So we'll ensure that the benefits of Indaba are inclusive and far-reaching. Entrepreneurs from KwaMashu, Umlazi, Inanda, Umbumbulu, and KwaXimba must truly feel that this Indaba has transformed their economic fortunes. It must leave no one behind in the truest sense of the word. We also recognize the critical role played by the media in amplifying South Africa's stories. Your presence here today is vital. Through your platforms, you help shape global perceptions, inspire travel, and highlight the unique experiences that our continent and our city have to offer. In closing, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to South African tourism and yourself, Minister, for bringing us together, and to everyone who has played a part, from our dedicated team at Durban Tourism to our partners at provincial and national levels, the Durban ICC sponsors, and the resilient local communities whose spirit and energy define Durban. Together, let us make the 2026 Africa's Travel Indaba a landmark event, one that propels Durban and Africa's tourism industry to new heights. Let us seize this opportunity to showcase our continent's beauty, diversity, and endless possibilities. With those words, thank you very much.
And I want you now all to look at what is playing here. This is what eThekwini has to offer. A diverse range of tourism products. Once again, let's give a round of applause to the eThekwini municipality. And Mayor, I can't wait for the moment where I'm able to, take a train, that high-speed train from Johannesburg, travel to Durban, then take a cruise and find myself somewhere in the ocean, whether it is the Atlantic or the Indian. I don't know. Because we have it all. We have it all. We have it all. Mayor, thank you so much for your remarks. We are now going to call on the MEC for the Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs here in KwaZulu-Natal, Reverend Musa Zondi, who's also going to tell us what the province as a whole has to offer. MEC.
Program Director, Mr. Aldrin Sampier, the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Minister Patricia de Lille, His Worship the Mayor of eThekwini, Councillor Cyril Xaba, Mr. Ross Volk, MD of MSC Cruise Liner, representatives of South African tourism, and representatives of KwaZulu-Natal Tourism and Film Authority led by the chairperson, Dr. Musa Zondi, members of the diplomatic corps present, tourism boards, airlines, hosted buyers, exhibitors, SMMEs, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. It is a great honor to address you as KwaZulu-Natal officially welcomes the launch of Africa's Travel Indaba 2026. This is not an ordinary trade show. Africa's Travel Indaba is one of the most important tourism trade platforms on the African continent. It brings together the people who sell destinations, the people who buy travel experiences, the people who invest in tourism products, and the people who tell Africa's story to the world. For KwaZulu-Natal, hosting this platform is not merely ceremonial, but it is economic, it is strategic, it is developmental. It is about placing our province at the center of Africa's tourism growth agenda. Coming to the state of readiness to host Africa's Travel Indaba in 2026, Honorable Minister, we just want to say that as the host province, KwaZulu-Natal is ready. Africa's Travel Indaba 2026 will take place from the 11th to the 14th of May at the Durban ICC, a venue that has proven over many years that it can host continental and global events of significance. The state of readiness presented by KwaZulu-Natal Tourism and Film confirms that the province and the city are preparing to deliver an Indaba that is commercially relevant, professionally executed, and beneficial to the host economy. The current buyer composition already shows strong value for the province and city. More than 700 buyers are confirmed already, with further uplift expected through conversion, and this creates direct opportunities for local accommodation establishments, transport operators, restaurants, tour operators, and tourism experiences. The broader ATI 2026 fact sheet actually confirms the scale of this year's platform. 600 exhibition companies, 22 African countries participating, including South Africa, all 9 South African provinces, 191 independent SMMEs, 840 hosted and non-hosted buyers from applications across 71 countries, and 3,315 confirmed meetings since the diary opened on the 20th of April. These figures show that Africa's Travel Indaba is not just ready to happen, but it is ready to transact as well. Why hosting ATI matters to KwaZulu-Natal? The importance of hosting Africa's Travel Indaba in KwaZulu-Natal cannot be overstated. In the past 5 years, the event has had a measurable impact on Durban's economy. In 2025, overall hotel occupancy during the period reached 90%. Total delegate numbers exceeded 10,000. Total spend reached 232 million rand, and the contribution to the city's GDP was estimated at around 574 million rand. That is why we must speak about tourism honestly. Tourism is not just about beaches, hotels, and photographs. Yes, they are part of it. But tourism is an economic sector. It creates work. It sustains small businesses. It supports transport, food, agriculture, retail, entertainment, events, culture, and the creative industries. The strategic value for Durban and KwaZulu-Natal includes immediate economic impact, market access, trade and business growth, long-term tourism growth, and balanced value from both international and regional buyers. KwaZulu-Natal is also not hosting this event for 1 year only. We have hosted it for over 3 decades. Yes, let that sink in, 3 decades, over 30 years. Now the province won the bid to host Africa's Travel Indaba for the period 2026 to 2030. This 5-year hosting right gives us stability and planning certainty and a serious platform to build a legacy for the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Honorable Minister, it is projected that the Africa Tourism Indaba, hosting the Africa Tourism Indaba, will give us an opportunity to host more than 10,000 delegates, with more than 3 nights spent in KwaZulu-Natal, a provincial investment of 22.5 million rand, an estimated economic impact of more than 190 million rand, and more than 100 temporary jobs. This is why we regard Africa Tourism Indaba as a long-term economic asset, not just a once-off event. KwaZulu-Natal has a strong and credible tourism proposition. We are home to beaches, mountains, wildlife, culture, heritage, battlefields, township and rural experiences, gastronomy, sports tourism, and business events. The strength of this province lies in the fact that we do not offer one product. We offer a complete destination economy. For example, this year, the KwaZulu-Natal Tourism and Film Exhibition stand will deliberately showcase tourism routes and route organizations that help package the province for buyers. This includes the KwaZulu-Natal Bedding Route, Midlands Meander, the Battlefields Route, KwaZulu-Natal, the Zululand Heritage Route 66, Route 22 Elephant Coast, Drakensberg Experience, and KZN South Coast Great Drives Out. These routes matter because buyers do not only buy isolated attractions, they buy itineraries, they buy experiences that can be packaged, priced, and sold. By placing these routes in front of buyers, KwaZulu-Natal is making it easier for the province to be included in global itineraries. One of the strongest elements of KwaZulu-Natal's participation this year is the hosting of 15 SMMEs on the KZN Tourism and Film Exhibition stand. These SMMEs are the following: Jotam's Guest House, SNN Zuma Enterprises, Inter-Africa Tourism or Inter-Africa Tours, Neostar Travel and Tours, Hamina Travel Smart, eTicketNet Travel and Tours, Isimanje Marketing Group Pty Limited, Profound Travel and Tours, Hycopix Pty Limited, Kambati Mountain Lodge, Inkazmulo Travel Solutions, ING Travel Tours, Willis Tourism Services, Sapipex Travel Pty Ltd, and Kondlo Tours. The value of this is more than significant. For these businesses, ATI provides access to buyers, to destination management companies, media, tourism boards, and potential partners that they would not easily reach on their own. It gives them visibility on a global platform. It helps them understand market expectations. It opens the doors to deals, to packaging opportunities, and future bookings. When the Honorable or His Worship the Mayor spoke about we need to do all these things to ensure that no one is left behind, this is one demonstrable way in which we include all and sundry, the big and small, in the industry of tourism. For the province, this is how we brought in participation in the tourism economy. It is how we ensure that growth does not remain concentrated only in established businesses. It is how we move emerging operators from the margins of tourism into the mainstream of trade. We are also placing strong emphasis, Honorable Minister, on youth development through the use of youth ambassadors. This is important because young people must not only be seen as beneficiaries or future beneficiaries of tourism, but they must be developed as effective and core participants here and now. They must be developed as hosts, as storytellers, as guides, as content creators and future entrepreneurs on their own in the sector. For example, the Ambassador Program gives young people practical experience to a major international trade environment. They learn how events are managed, how delegates are hosted, how destination information is communicated, and how service excellence is delivered. This is the type of experience that cannot be taught properly in a classroom alone. It must be lived. By involving young ambassadors at the Indaba, KwaZulu-Natal is investing in the next generation of tourism professionals. Tourism promotion has changed. The world no longer waits only for brochures and formal advertising campaigns in the hope that these would work. But travelers are influenced by content, by storytelling, short-form video, authentic voices, and real experiences. That is why inclusion of creatives is so important. At this year's Indaba, 10 creatives will be showcasing at the Sustainability Village. This is a practical way of connecting tourism, sustainability, culture, creativity, and youth opportunity. These creatives will help show that KwaZulu-Natal is not only a destination of natural beauty, but also a province of talent, innovation, and responsible tourism thinking. Another important feature is the Taste of KZN activation. This activation is designed to build a strong and attractive gastronomy offering through industry partnerships, while advancing transformation and inclusive growth by elevating emerging and Black-owned gastronomy brands on a global platform. This activation will include rotating product showcases, destination prompts linked to wine, culture, foodie routes, gastronomy events, beer and gin trails, bookable experience cards with QR codes, short tastings, mini talks, and lead capture for structured follow-ups. This is exactly the direction tourism must take. Food is not just catering. Food is culture. Food is memory. Food is a reason to travel. Through Taste of KZN, we are positioning our gastronomy industry as a signature, sellable reason to visit the province of KwaZulu-Natal. In conclusion, Africa's Tourism Indaba 2026 is taking place under a broader message and theme of Unlimited Africa, focused on growing Africa's tourism sector by making the continent more accessible, connected, and investable. KwaZulu-Natal fully supports this direction. We understand that Africa's tourism potential is vast, but potential must be organized. It must be packaged. It must be connected to buyers. It must be made visible to investors. It must benefit communities. That is what this Indaba allows us to do. As KwaZulu-Natal, our message is clear. We are ready to host, we are ready to trade, and ready to welcome, and ready to grow. We will use the next 5 years, Honorable Minister, not simply to host an event, but to build a stronger tourism economy for Durban, for KwaZulu-Natal, for South Africa, and for the African continent as a whole. I thank you for listening to me.
Thank you so much for that, MEC. That is the MEC for the Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Reverend Musa Zondi. And as you heard there, he said, let it sink in. 30 years, as old as our Constitution, MEC? As old as our Constitution. As we celebrate 30 years of our Constitution, which was actually adopted by the Assembly on this particular month, back in 1996. But I quickly want to show you something. Please look at the screen.
Discover the wonder of our wild spaces and the thrill of untamed beauty, where dreams come alive and visions of history endure. Relax in luxury and unwind amidst nature's beauty. Your destination awaits in a land of endless locations. Explore all this and more. Magical Zulu Kingdom.
A magical Zulu Kingdom. And by the way, so as the MEC was saying a bit earlier on, that we are speaking about 30 years. I'd just like to quickly once again acknowledge the ATI host for 2026. That is the KwaZulu-Natal Tourism and Film Authority as bid partners, together with the eThekwini Municipality and the Durban ICC. These are our bid partners. And once again, congratulations. Another 5 years, MEC. And the minister has said that, listen, we should do something different. We should revamp the ATI, and she'll speak about that a bit later on. And speaking about the Minister of Tourism, Patricia de Lille. Minister, before you come and deliver your keynote address, there's a little something that we want to share, not only with you, but with everyone around here. And this is why we say, choose South Africa, travel to our nation.
Hi, my name is Wintle Mudisele. We want to welcome you to South Africa. You see, the locals are what makes this country, with all the warm welcomes and the kind of secrets you won't find in a guidebook. While you were away, our locals were busy gathering the most lekker local tips just for you.
When do you ever eat anything like this in your life? Never.
I love surfing this hidden gem.
And at what age is the little one going to go to Rhino School? like at night there's something really special that happens.
It's like you're on a completely different planet.
I do have a bit of nervousness, can you tell?
A trip to South Africa is a transformative experience. Come and meet our like a local.
A transformative experience. Choose South Africa. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where I show the magic that I have, right? I want you to focus on the minister. There she is, right in the middle. I'm going to count down to 1. You're going to see what's going to happen. Something is going to happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It always works, ladies and gentlemen, it always works. The Minister of Tourism, Patricia de Lille.
Know how to wake me up. Can be anywhere in the world. If I hear that song, I know it's home. Good morning, goeiemorgen, sanibonani. I want to thank Ross for his warm welcome. I'm glad we selected this venue. It's so beautiful behind us. But let me greet our MEC for the Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environment. They must put tourism first. We'll speak to the Premier. And to our Mayor. Mayor, thank you so much for welcoming us here today. You know, I always say to people, once a mayor, always a mayor. And then, of course, to all the South African Tourism Board members and South African Tourism Executive Management Team, and all the board members and chairpersons of the Provincial Tourism Authorities, members of the Tourism Business Council, also all the CEOs and management of the Provincial Tourism Authorities, all media representatives, ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to stand before you here today to officially launch Africa's Travel Indaba 2026, one of the continent's most important tourism trade fairs and shows that we have. But we gather here today to celebrate. Africa's Travel Indaba we are celebrating the travel industry professionals that will gather here, our tour operators, our hotels, our airlines, our tourism boards, to showcase our products to the rest of the world, to negotiate deals and form partnership with the buyers that will be coming to our beautiful country. Also on the 12th of May, we will welcome our Honorable President, Cyril Ramaphosa, to officially open the event for us. And his presence reflects the strategic importance of tourism at the highest level of government, and also affirms our collective understanding that tourism is not peripheral to economic growth. It is central to economic growth. Tourism policy is economic policy. And the theme of this year, of course, is Unlimited Africa, growing Africa's tourism economy. That is the real substance of why we are here. Because we are sending a message to the rest of the world that Africa is open for business. Also, as part of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, that also provides impetus to Africa Travel Indaba. And what we hope to achieve through the geographic spread of all the African countries will join us, our African brothers and sisters. We want to spread the message and the value and the importance of tourism. Tourism creates investment, it creates jobs, and it showcases the beauty of our continent, the African continent. Now, here in South Africa, our domestic tourism continues to be the bedrock of our tourism, and we must always recognize it. And it really started after COVID-19, when we were all locked up and locked in, no flights were coming to us, we were not allowed to get out. And South Africans then rediscover our own country. I call it revenge travel, because we had to go get out of the house. And that is where domestic tourism has really taken off, and it's long past the figures of 2019. We've seen just between January and February this year, 2026, we've seen a 35% increase of domestic tourism compared to 2025, just in the first 2 months. But also equally important is the business events, the MICE sector, which continue to contribute meaningful and immensely to the tourism offering of our country. Last year, we submitted 100 bids, because we have to bid for these international conferences to be hosted and staged in South Africa. And we've been successful that for this year, we are going to host 52 across the country. And I think the South African National Convention Bureau must make that list available so that people can see the 52 events that will come to our country, and they can start preparing. And they will be hosted all over the country, including KZN. Also, Durban is very lucky that in August they're also going to host the SADC Leaders Summit here in Durban. I think there's something here, a little bit of bias towards KZN. Am I picking that up, MSC? But also in 2027, we will be hosting the World Economic Forum, a mini Davos, in April of 2027. We will also be hosting in 2027 the Cricket World Cup. And already there's a local organizing committee. Those cricketers are going to travel all over our country. And already we are putting together packages for the cricketers that will be coming, to come earlier before the matches or even stay a bit longer after the matches. So the hosting of these business events pump in millions into our economy. So, but most of all, we have shown the world that we are capable, that we are able to host any event. If you look at the success of the G20, we've hosted more than 135 business events. We really have built up a reputation worldwide that we can host these events. But tourism also provides for investment opportunities in our country. That's why in September of 2025, we called on all the provinces and all the cities to bring to us tourism products, new tourism products, because we have to diversify our tourism offering. We can't just live with the perception that South Africa's only about safaris and Table Mountain. Yes, those are important, iconic places that they must visit. And what we produced last year was 8 new tourism infrastructure products to a value of more than 1 billion. And I have put out a second call for proposals to all the provinces, to all the cities, to say, let us again host the second Tourism Investment Summit in October of 2026, Mayor. And I'm sure your office has received a part of that correspondence. But what does this investment mean for our country? By people investing in our country, it shows that they've got confidence in our country. We've seen right here in KZN, Club Med, 2.5 billion investment right here in this province. And they're going to open up on the 4th of July this year. That impact, economic impact on the province is going to be massive. But we've also seen a 24 billion rand investment in the V&A waterfront in the city of Cape Town. That shows confidence for investors to invest in our country. I think the other good news also, just recently, Stats SA satellite account release the impact of tourism for the year 2024, because they do this every second year. But already in 2024, tourism created 953,981 direct jobs, not direct and indirect, direct jobs. Now, I'm going to do my performance agreement with the President. And the President has given me a target that we must increase the number of jobs by 2029 to 1.5 million. I'm going to go there and say, President, increase my target because we are already close by 1 million. What does that mean for us? In South Africa, 1 in 18 workers in our country works in the tourism sector. 1 in 18. And so what we've seen in 2024 is that tourism has contributed 4.9% to the GDP of our country. And that's in 2024. We will wait for the figures of 2025. And it's platforms like the Africa Travel Indaba that further stimulate our sector. Now, what was the impact of the ATI held in Durban in 2025? In 2025, Africa's Travel Indaba generated 246.8 million direct expenditure, with broader economic activity contributing 610.6 million to the whole country's GDP. And in addition, we've even said the event delivered 45.5 million in tax revenue, supporting public services and infrastructure. And last year, it created 1,104 jobs. In 2026, what are we expecting? We say thank you for everybody that contributed to the success of 2025. But the latest figures that I received last night, late last night and early this morning, is that, of course, we are going to start with Bond Day. Bond Day is an important day, the first day for us to network and to connect with our African brothers and sisters. And we're going to have important speakers. We're also going to have a TikTok masterclass. I'm definitely going there. Because TikTok is where everybody finds their joy and look at the influences there. So the latest updated figures that I have now, Reverend Zondi, is that we have confirmed 1,100 exhibitors. We have confirmed 927 buyers. We have confirmed tourism ministers and representatives of 22 African countries that will be coming. We've got confirmed media. We've got confirmed airlines that will be coming, and strategic stakeholders and tourism authorities from across the continent. So definitely that is the latest. And I'm very proud that we are going to have an air access pavilion, because without connectivity, tourism can't grow. And we will see all the airlines participating there. But now I always like to push, because I believe that we can do more. We've got the potential to do far better. And we should not rest on our laurels, because we've got competition in the rest of the world. And when I look at what our competitors is doing, I'm not happy that in the continent you've got Morocco, and then Egypt, and then us. We are a winning nation. We should be number one. We should be number one in the continent. But it's for that reason that we've decided to revamp the Africa Travel Indaba for 2027. Like you say, it's been going for 30 years. It's like any other business. If you use the same business plan over and over again and you expect different results, you're not going to get it. And therefore, already I have made a call to members of the public, to the private sector, to the creative sector, to send through proposals as to how we can revamp the ATI. We're going to bring in partners. We're going to bring in sponsorship. This event is solely funded and has been funded for the past 30 years by taxpayers' money. And the private sector and sponsors and partners are ready to come in. So next year, you're going to see a revamped Africa Travel Indaba, because we must ensure the longevity of this event. We have gone past 30 years now. We must look forward to the next 30 years. Then I do want to say a special, special thank you to the media, the people of the Fourth Estate. I know you hold us accountable, which is correct. I know you speak truth to power, which is correct. But you are a great partner for tourism, because through your reporting, you are shaping the confidence in our country. Yes, we cannot, yes, sometimes you do have an attack on a tourist visiting our country, and we regret an attack on anybody, whether it's a local or international. But I want to say a special thank you to you, because you are helping us also to challenge the outdated narratives about our continent. By positioning the continent not only as a destination of beauty, but a destination of capability, of credibility, and investment. So in a conclusion, I want to say to the buyers that we will be hosted. We're also going to take some of those buyers after the ATI. We're going to take them for a tour around our country. We're going to take buyers into provinces, you know, the less visited provinces. KZN, Gauteng, Western Cape get the bulk of our tourism. But we want to spread the benefit of tourism across South Africa. And therefore, we are going to take them to the Free State, to the Northwest. We're going to the Northern Cape. We want to show them all the hidden gems in our country. And that is why the Department of Tourism, we are investing in building those new products. We must, even here, I'm going to go to the Free State stand. Because in the Free State, the Department of Tourism invested into the Khudumudumu Dinosaur Interpretation Center. And we've seen more than 80,000 visitors going there. Never mind that American Jurassic Park. We have got the real dinosaurs here. We've got a dinosaur embryo that's over 2 million years old. Just last week, I was at Cape Agulhas, where the two oceans meet, the Indian and the Atlantic. And the Department of Tourism built a 60-seater restaurant and a walkway where you can walk, where you pass from the Atlantic Ocean to the Indian Ocean. So I'm very excited about the growth. And again, I want to thank all our partners, the KZN government, the city of eThekwini, our tourism authorities, all of you, that makes this city so great that we want to come back and back. Just today, it's 30 degrees here. Joburg is cold, Cape Town is cold. And so we all look forward to coming back next week and enjoy the lovely weather and the friendly people of KwaZulu-Natal, the only province with a name and a surname. I want to say, Reverend Zondi, God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Minister Patricia de Lille, quote unquote. Don't tell us about what they have there, the Jurassic Park. We've got the real deal. We've got the real deal, a dinosaur embryo that's over 200 million years old, right at the Golden Gates. And mind you, this is all in our land. And Minister, like you said before, not only is South Africa the cradle of humankind, but we're also the cradle of culture. And you can experience that when you move around our country in the various cities as well. Thank you so much. That is Minister Patricia de Lille, the Minister of Tourism. I'm now going to call on the board chairperson of the KwaZulu-Natal Tourism and Film Authority, Dr. Musa Zondi, to come and give us his closing remarks.
Thank you very much, Program Director, MC Adrian St-Pierre. Honorable Minister of Tourism, Ms. Patricia de Lille, thank you for a wonderful speech and encouragement. We'll find out what is special about Jurassic Park. The MSC for Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Reverend Musa Zondi, His Worship the Mayor of eThekwini, Councillor Cyril Xaba, at the Head of Department, Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Dr. Ngosenye Zulu, all entity CEOs and executive managers, esteemed leadership of various tourism promotion organizations, tourism travel and hospitality product owners, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by expressing appreciation to those who have led and shaped this platform. To the Minister of Tourism, Ms. Patricia, we thank you for your continued leadership in positioning tourism as a central pillar of economic growth. We also extend our sincere appreciation for the confidence placed in KwaZulu-Natal to once again host Africa Travel Indaba for the next 5 years. This decision affirms the province's proven capability to deliver a platform to this scale. KwaZulu-Natal's role in Africa's Travel Indaba is well established. The province has hosted this platform for over 3 decades. This consistency has contributed to the growth, stability, and credibility of this platform as one of the continent's leading tourism trade events. We recognize and welcome the participation of His Excellency, President Cyril Ramaphosa, who will officially open this year's ATI Africa Travel Indaba. His presence will reflect the national importance of tourism as a driver of economic growth, job creation, and international engagement. To the KwaZulu-Natal MSC for Economic Development, Tourism, and Environmental Affairs, Reverend Musa Zondi, we acknowledge your strategic direction and commitment to ensuring that this province remains at the center of Africa's tourism economy. The Economic Development and Tourism and Environmental Affairs team, headed by Dr. Nkosenye Zulu, continue to be our true partners in government as we navigate the hosting of ATI for the next 5 years. To the city of eThekwini, under the leadership of the Mayor Councillor Cyril Xaba, we recognize your role as host city and your continued investment in positioning Durban as a globally competitive destination. We also extend our appreciation to South African tourism, the Durban ICC, Durban Tourism, the tourism trade, all stakeholders, airlines, buyers, exhibitors, SMEs, who continue to support and grow this platform. I'd like to express our appreciation to the members of the media who continually support and profile the business of Africa Trade Indaba and of Africa Tourism Indaba and Destination KZN. Your stories spread the word far and wide that KZN is indeed capable of hosting a Pan-African business trade show of this magnitude. ATI remains a working platform. It is where business is conducted, where destinations are positioned, and where Africa engages directly with global markets. Its value lies in its ability to generate measurable economic outcomes. KwaZulu-Natal's responsibility is to ensure delivery, a platform that enables trade, expands market access, and supports participation across the sector, including SMEs and emerging operators. This year's Indaba takes place within the context of continued recovery in South Africa's tourism sector, with over 2.9 million international arrivals recorded in the first quarter of 2026. The presence of international buyers, exhibitors, and media reinforces the global relevance of this platform. As KwaZulu-Natal enters 2026-2030 hosting cycle, our focus is in consistency, quality, and measurable outcomes. Our objective is to ensure that Africa's Travel Indaba continues to deliver value for all participants and to strengthen its long-term impact. We look forward to welcoming delegates and delivering yet another successful Africa's Travel Indaba. I thank you.
And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we've officially come to the end of the program. Chairperson, thank you so much for your closing remarks there. Let's continue to build the sector. Let's continue to get more people to choose the country because we are diversifying our product offering. And I wish and hope to see all of you next week, right here in the beautiful city of eThekwini. I don't know how many will be with us when the President officially opens the ATI 2026 on the 12th of May. So make sure that you do join us. I'd like to thank all the speakers as well. And now we're going to have a family op. It's a very, very important part of the program. As we close off, going to have our family op. But before we get the people to come onto the podium, I just want to say once again to those who are joining us online, thank you so much for joining us for the official launch of Africa's Travel Indaba 2026, which will, as the Minister said, go through a revamp, and we look forward to what that is going to look like in 2027. Totsins, enjoy the rest of your day. To the audience here in the room, I would like to call on the following people to please come and join me here on the podium for our photo opportunity. Minister, if you can please come and join me. The MEC, also Mayor, if you can come and join me as well. The KwaZulu-Natal Board Chairperson, the HOD for the Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs. And then can we also have the CEO of the KwaZulu-Natal Tourism and Film Authority. And then we have the ICC CEO, South African Tourism's CMO, South Africa's Tourism's Convention Chief Bureau Officer, the DDG for ETEA, and the Deputy Director of the Durban Tourism, as well as our MD of MSC Cruises, Ross Volk. When our Volk watata ini, watata ma cruise, wawayenzani, wawabegala. I went through that once upon a time, Chairperson, when I was still on radio. Yes, when people couldn't pronounce my name, and I'm really surprised how many people could pronounce my name. I'm really, really shocked. I'm really, really, really shocked. Okay, and members of the media, after this, we will have one-on-one opportunities to have, yeah, they're going to remove the podium now. We'll have one-on-one interview opportunities